So you've got your axe and you got somewhere to go. You got somewhere to move. You see how I'm holding the axe? It's right next to the head, right next to the weight of the axe. This is the safest place you can hold it. It's not cool, right? It's cool to do this, isn't it? It's cool to do this. Well, in my opinion, the worst place to cut yourself is your neck. That's really an area I want to avoid cutting myself. And these things can be pretty sharp. So no, I'm not going to hold it like this just to look cool while I'm walking around. All right? I want you guys to realize, and I'm preaching to the choir here. I'm sure most people that are watching my video wouldn't do this, but I want you guys to realize this is a tool. It's not about being cool. Don't look like a fool. All right. I didn't plan that. Don't look like a fool. It's a tool. Okay. I've been thinking about this recently. I've been thinking about this pretty hard too. This has no edge. It's a little safer to do this with. I've been thinking about this with there's a lot of guys out there that are using axes just to look cool. They're doing it in their suspenders. I'm not talking about that guy. They're doing it in their tight shirts. They're doing it without a shirt on. And they're going like this. They're going one swing, two swings. Now I'm cool. When a guy that's into axes sees that, he goes, I don't think he does a lot of work. I don't think he's very experienced with the axe. Now, to us, it's not that cool, but if you're selling yourself just to a few women, maybe you're going to get a little bite. I don't know. I don't get bites because of what's going on here. And it's such a niche, you know. When it comes to women seeing this thing, I get it. It's a thumbnail. You know, they see a in-shape guy. He's 6'3", and he has an axe in his hand. Sure, all right. But let me just say this, please. You know, there's women out there that say, you know, guys do dumb stuff. Guys are so dumb. But that's how they get your attention. Because I didn't get your attention by telling you to hold the axe here, did I? All right, so you got to give me more attention. It's not selfish. I'm not saying this out of selfish reasons. It's for everybody. I'm not trying to help just myself. No. You see how this is a standard for me? This is how I hold the axe. I walk around, I'm holding the axe like this. I can't help myself. It's a habit. And it's something that is ingrained in me because this is really a dangerous tool to not have good habits around. Like sometimes I'll throw an axe on the ground. That is a bad idea, especially with sandals on. I mean, I could just slip my foot right in there. When it comes to the best practices for where you put your axe, you know, you kind of want to prop it up against something or make sure it's really out of the way and you can't possibly screw up and, you know, fall on it. That's the dangerous part about a double bit. When you put a double bit like this, there's still an exposed edge. So, yeah, axes are pretty cool, but you know what's cooler? When you have all your limbs, when your neck is closed. When I have, you know, there's nothing that feels cooler than when my jugular is in place. Now, obviously, if you go like this, you know, your jugular is not in too much danger, but look where I'm going, right at my spine. That's right where my spine is. That's right where my head is connected to the rest of my body. So maybe it's not a common injury to pluck a few, you know, nerves or, you know, get that brainstem unattached to yourself. Detach that brainstem. Maybe that's not common, but I mean, I got a lot bigger chance to screw up the back of my neck and my brainstem when I'm doing this than when I'm doing this. Yeah. Is it even cool? Is it even cool if you hold your axe like this? Look how cool I am. Look how cool I am. it's not like it's comfortable. Is it comfortable? Is that why we do it? Not me, but I mean, I'm sure I've done it a few times. It is kind of fun. You have a weight at the end, and because you can like hold it down like this, it kind of balances a little bit. I get it a little, but it's not cool because it's dangerous. All right. I'm the OSHA of axes here. I'm Axe OSHA. That's my new name. Ethical Axe dead. Axe OSHA. All right. And when it comes to these bad habits, keeping the axe like this, I mean, you're getting the thing close to your face. The closest you want this thing to be to your face is when you go like this. When you raise it up, straight up and straight down. And it's not too close to my face, honestly. Let's see. Let's do a little, maybe half a foot at least. Let's see. You guys be the judge. I don't want my fat coming up. Speaking of being cool, lose a little of that belly, buddy. So this is something that people will own a lot more than that little double bit. That's a cruiser axe. Means it's about 2 to 2.5 pounds. It's only like a 28-inch handle, very short, very small, like a toy. This is not a toy. This is a little heavier and a lot longer. It's about a 35-inch handle, and I can really feel it on my shoulder when I'm walking around. And this has an edge. This is more dangerous here, so I'm being careful. But I don't believe there's really a way to be careful when you do this. It's also, this bit is not balanced like the other one. The other one has a lot of weight on this side and a lot of weight on this side. It's equal weight on both sides because it's a double bit. This is a single bit, so it goes like this. Now imagine something happens and I slam that thing right into the back of my shoulder when I'm pulling it forward. That is going to be unpleasant. I use this. This is the heel of the bit, and this is the toe of the bit right here. So the top is the toe, the bottom is the heel. I use the heel to grab wood sometimes. It's sharp. It is dangerous. You don't want to grab your shoulder with that thing. And I think this is the thing that people don't think about. And you could insult me, and you could think what a hypocrite for the sandals about what I'm about to say, and you'd be pretty true. You'd be pretty right. I mean, we don't want to put more strain on the healthcare system, We don't want to go in there and need stitches. I've never had stitches in my life. I've probably needed them, but I never did it because I was young and dumb, and now I have scars all over me. But I think really it wasn't too severe. I never had the most severe wound, although I did almost cut my finger off. Probably could have used stitches, but it was right in the middle of my nail. I dealt with it. I cleaned it over and over again. You really want to deal with a wound where you got to clean it over and over again? I got one last thing to say about being cool. I've noticed this, and it's a guy thing, but there's also women that do this, and I do it personally. You have a medical issue, and you ignore it. You don't go to the doctor. You don't go to the hospital. You don't go to wherever you need to go, the specialist. It's a little cowardly. You're scared. You're not doing that because you're tough. Okay, now obviously if there's a huge issue with pain going on and you're going through that, that's tough. That's pretty tough. But you're also making your life miserable and those around you a lot of the times when you're in severe pain. But it's cowardly because you're scared. I don't know if you're scared to get diagnosed. You're scared of what's the truth is. You're scared of having to change something. Personally, I just really don't enjoy that environment. I don't want to get surgery. I don't want to be poked and prodded. I'm a private guy too, so I just don't want to be, don't look at me. I know someone that had some terrible medical stuff go on in their life. You see, now let's go back to this. I've been holding it near the head the whole time. It's a great habit to build. Build the habit where this is where your hand sticks. And this is why I like my handles shaped well, so my hand fits well. It fits nicely. This is not a well-shaped handle. This is probably one of the worst shaped handles I've ever used. for a considerable amount of time, and I could still do it. I don't enjoy it, and I wouldn't want to carve with it, but I can hold it here. I would suspect that this is just as uncomfortable. My shoulders getting, having 5 pounds on it the whole time. But yeah, I know someone who had some medical problems, and he was very young. And doctors, he had something going on with his back region, his butthole. Okay, and right next to his butthole, an entire team of doctors looked at his butthole. Okay, he did not have a choice. Sometimes they got to look at your butthole. So speaking of not, man, this whole video isn't very cool, but um, I don't think cool belongs in the same place as using axes now. Sometimes I'll zoom in on a split or, a cut. I think that part is cool. I think the work is cool. That's not very popular, but that's the truth. That's my truth, I mean. But I don't think holding the axe makes you look cool, Doesn't make you look cool. To me, it makes you look like you don't know what you're doing that much. It makes it look like you don't have a lot of experience. Now, there are probably old pictures of old guys holding their axes like this that, felled trees and did a lot of work. But, to them, this is part of their hand. This is part of their arm. If this isn't part of your arm, if this isn't part of your body, if this doesn't feel like you're not even holding anything, don't do that shit, okay? There's a lot of place for experimentation and being dangerous when you have a lot of experience and you really know what you're doing. Don't follow those people, though, until you're in the same place they are. Otherwise, to me, you look like a fool. Oh man, am I excited. I've actually waited longer than I've needed to do this. Because once you wait for something, you may as well wait an hour or two later, my excitement is brimming through my body. I am going to become a star, not in the Hollywood way. I mean, I am going to turn into a nuclear fission. We have a package here from Daniel Donnelly. I'm going to open it up with my first hatchet. This was my grandfather's hatchet. I screwed it up by removing the patina and any chance of finding the brand. How are we going to do this? All right. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That's an interesting piece of wood. This seems to be softwood. And the reason why that's really cool for me is because I don't have much experience with different softwoods. I'm going to guess I don't think it's cedar, but I can't tell. Very cool piece of wood. Oh, wow, this one's special. Oh, my God. I think it says, oh, it's Ipe. I don't have any experience with Ipe. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, nice. Oh, man, it's really dense. Ipe is very dense. That's very exciting. You can see he used this for palm swells, it looks like maybe. Oh, man, that's exciting. Oh, my God, there's even more wood. Oh, look at that burl. Sequoia, this is redwood. Oh my God, look at the bark on this bad boy. Look at the thick bark on this. And there's a burl even. Oh yeah, let's see if it smells. That has a smell to it. Oh man, there's some heartwood you can see. Not a lot of sapwood. Holy crap. Beautiful, beautiful wood there. Okay, that's really exciting. You know what? There might be a marking on. Let's see. Is there? No, there's nothing on this one. Okay. Now we get to the big boy. We get to the axe. Let's see what we got here. It's my favorite kind of axe because it's for kindling, basically. But we're going to use it for more than that. Oh, look at this. Whoa, look at that. I don't know how they even did that. He did a really good job. So there must have been some severe mushrooming that he removed. Oh, man, this is a cool one. Look at this. Check this out, guys. Oh, this wood is really cool. I don't know what this wood is. Wow. Okay, let's check the edge out. Whoa, this is cool. I don't know how well I'm showing to the camera what I'm doing here. Sorry about that. I was lost in a unboxing. Oh yeah, now that's a kindling axe. Oh yeah, let's try this out on some kindling. This is a kindling axe right here, guys. Very interesting how he does things. It's got a laminated swell. It's very thin right here. Oh yeah. Very nicely hafted. Interesting wedge. The head is really he's really saved this head from the depths. I really like how he did this. It looks really cool. It honestly looks like a meteor or something at the back. I mean, look at that chunk missing. That is cool. Let's go use it. Oh yeah. That's very promising. Nice fat profile on it. I'm not surprised. Okay. Now let's go to something slightly harder, but still very nice straight grain wood. Looks like some red oak. Oh yeah. And this one's just a little bit tougher red oak. And then this is the toughest red oak. Right here. Oh yeah. Now that's fun.